Sylvie's trials. Greetings, Ronald. You radiate the confidence of a conjurer who neglects not her studies of the elements. I confess, I have no lesson for you to learn this day. Instead, I will ask that you aid me in the education of another. Yes, I speak of Sylvie. After no small amount of prompting, bordering on coercion, the child has finally promised to attempt to embrace the forces of nature, but I'm afraid the matter is not so easily resolved. He has never attempted to learn the basic offensive spells that you and most conjurers mastered before first venturing into the wild. As such, she is ill-equipped to undertake the trials which furnished you and your peers with an understanding of the elements. And simply, she is no match for the spirits of nature. But if a more capable conjurer were to accompany her to purify the corruption in her stead, it may yet serve to impress her upon her the power of the forces at work. I bid you take her on a pilgrimage around the 12's Wood and give her the opportunity to witness these confrontations firsthand. Earth, wind, water. She must know them all. Show her the mastery and primal ferocity of nature. As it was with you, let Earth be her first lesson. Sophia awaits you at Bent Branch Meadows. Pray forgive my presumption, but I thought it best to send her here while her conviction remains strong. Her conviction remains strong. Once you have located the patch of corrupted soil at Bent Branch, draw forth the tainted sprite and let her witness the struggle that ensues. May the elementals aid you in this endeavor. Okay, but I'm going to teach her the Black Mage way. Determination and perseverance. Let them. There we go again. I thought we dealt with this already. Ah! Oh! All you do is you just let the chocobo do most of the work, okay? That's all you do. Ah! I wasn't scared, I was just a little startled, that's all. It was as if a massive solid wrath had erupted from the ground. I never felt anything like... never mind. We have to head to the Bannock, right? Let's get this over with. We should stop doing that. I keep going higher, and I don't know why. Corrupted air. That's the good stuff. Oh yeah, breathe that in. Yeah, get a feel of that wind. Like before, just let the chocobo deal with the problem. That's all you do. They don't tell you this, but you should just let the chocobo deal with the problem. God! The wind blew straight through me. It felt both gentle and sharp at the same time. I can't explain it. This is something you can conjure? Let's be on our way. The last one is at Lilystone. Hey, get off the screen, thank you. Okay. remember this place. We had to do something here. Once. Water sprite. The lake is so beautiful, I never noticed how clearly the sky is reflected in its surface. Noticed. Let's head back. I'm ready to speak with the guild master now. You sure about that? Whew. Just take a moment. That's the thing. That's about it. Actually. Welcome back, my avid conjurers. How fare you in your encounter with the elements? Sophie, what did you sense as Ronald cleansed the sources of corruption? It's hard to explain. It's like hearing voices cry out in joy. And I felt their happiness wash over me. The world seemed sharper, more alive. It was almost as if nature was speaking to me. But why, Brother Izumi? Why did my mother teach me to avoid this side of conjuring? What was she so afraid of? There are certain truths that hide behind the mask of our world, and there are much that your mother didn't tell you, but you needn't seek all the answers at once, Sophie. Even now your mind founders amid the sudden inundation of awareness. The first time we connect with nature can be a wonderful but disorientating experience. I suggest you allow yourself some time to adjust to this new perspective. Yes, Guildmaster. You have my gratitude, Ronald. Thanks to you, Sylphie has taken a most important step. You heard her mention voices crying out in joy, did you not? It appears the mother's gift has been passed on to the daughter. Such sensitivity is not something one can achieve through meditation and training, but a blessing that only a few fortunate chosen receive, and, as you have no doubt surmised, Sylphie's mother was one such person. The misunderstanding of that blessing, however, was what led her down such a tragic path. We cannot allow Sophie's astonishing talents to consume her in the same manner. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. The girl has barely awoken to her potential. And for that potential to be fully realized, your support is yet needed. I suspect she failed to mention that the promise of your involvement in her lessons was the reason for her change of heart. As you underestimate the impression your quiet determination has made on young Sylphie. If modesty prevents you from acknowledging your own good deed, consider this task a part of your training, for conjurers are healers of wounds, be they physical or otherwise. Walk with her on her journey, Ronald, and together explore the myriad mysteries of nature. I will take that. New cloak. Look at that. I got a new staff. Ooh, looks. It actually looks like I get this all. Huh. Oh, we're gonna get another one? 25. Welcome, Ronald. The tales of your deeds reach me even here in the Cloistered, part of Stillblade fan. Glad I am that you have come, for I would ask your assistance in a matter of some delicacy. And it concerns, yes, young Sophie. Once again, you can know about imagine the recent revelations concerning her mother have sorely troubled the poor child. It appears Sophie needed some time alone to sort through the whirlwind of emotions which now beset her. She has, in short, fled from the gift. Naturally, a party of conjurers who were dispatched to the South Shroud to investigate another instance of corruption sent word they spotted our wayward Sophie. Considering the importance of their mission, I would not seek to distract the conjurers from their task. Thus, I turn to you to escort me back here to the guild. You are, I believe, one of the few people whom she will listen. Alright, travel to Buskaran Druders and speak with Wolfie. She was the conjurer who first chanced upon Sophie and will be able to tell you more about how the young lady fares. Gotta make this entertaining somehow. We meet again, Ronald. I assume Brother Isumi warned you of the corruption of my companions, and I have been tasked with purifying here in the South Trail. The source of this extent plate is found to the southeast. The shrill discordant voices of the elementals shriek their dismay in the vicinity of the withered Trent. I suggest you give the area a wide berth. Considering the potential dangers, you might imagine how alarmed I was to discover young Sophie wandering about this part of the Twelvewood. It seems that her mother, a woman who healed with conjuring, but remained untrained by the guild, called this region her home. Self had her head buried in some matter of tomb. But if she is as sensitive to the elementals' murmurings as I am to believe, then the den within her mind must be driving her to distraction. Pray speak with the child to see that she is well. I would do so myself if the current tasks were not so pressing. We will, in fact, be setting out at any moment. You know what I realize? We're gonna do the white maid stuff. UFO. Where is... It's okay. What is that? I gotta remember which one it is. What sets about according to legends, there was somebody other than wait, 5 years? By the age of 5, the one has to question whether teaching there's magic to small children is such a good idea. So that's supposed to be the white mage. Yeah. I don't have a... That's the minion for the white mage. We're going in here. She's sitting like 6 feet from you guys. At least I'm finally getting... Ronald! Ah! I should have known that. Wolfie would tattle on me, and Brother Isumi sent you to take me back, didn't he? This is where my mother used to live, you know? Right up until she passed on. Both were grateful for the healing she offered. And this is the journal she used to keep. There's an entry that explains how nature becomes furious when conjurers use their art. How there are always people wounded in battles when mortals abuse the power that is not theirs to take. My mother refused to draw on nature because she was scared of making it angry. She wouldn't lie about such things, and I want to do what she would have wanted. I'm going to stop using conjuring altogether. I've never heard the voices this bad before. I bet it's because Murray and the others are overusing their art. We have to go and stop them. No? They're probably angry because there's other things going on. I don't know if you noticed, Sylvie, but an entire calamity happened. And they're still angry about that, probably. The elementals. It's going to take years for them to calm down completely from that. What the? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on a sec, guys. Everything decided to attack me at once. You know. Ow. Please. Stop. Hurts. At least I got stone too now. There we go. It's so loud, can't you hear it? Nature is shrieking in rage. Maybe I'm just immune to it all. Ah! That's it. No, it's just the tainted. Then we have no choice but to... How much time we call forth the dark arts. What are they? Finally, it said, with the origin of the continent, we should be able to cleanse whatever traces remain. For the elements, that was fun to me. The nature actually helped us. There is nothing scary about it at all. I might still wonder if it was really safe for conjurers to borrow that power if I hadn't seen the way you wield it. Nothing could seem more natural. I think it's time I went back to the guild. There are a few things I need to collect first, so please go on ahead without me. We're almost there. We're almost there. Because after this quest, it's the 30 quest, and then we do the White Mage Stone quest. Or Soul, Job Stone. Welcome back, Ronald. And you also, Selfie. Brother Isumi, I'm sorry I ran away like that. I understand, child. Did you find the answers you sought? Yes, thanks to Ronald. She showed me that nature was nothing to be afraid of. I think I know why my mother refused to call upon its power. She believed the act caused suffering to nature itself. I see. So it was her very love for nature that prevented her from drawing on its strength. Sylvie, has the fog of indecision now lifted from your mind? It has, Guildmaster. I understand why my mother chose the path she did. Full glad am I to hear that. For I must ask of you one more question. Yes, brother Izumi? When you first witnessed Ronald cleanse a corrupted element, you mentioned hearing voices. How exactly did they sound? Well, they sounded joyful, like a crowd letting out a sudden cheer. I really heard them, I swear. I am sure you did, Elfie. This is a gift. Conjurers may sense the power of nature and borrow from its strength, but not all can hear its whispers. What you describe are the voices of the elementals. You may very well possess the talent to become a hearer. A hearer. Of course, much relies on your studies of conjuring. You have a natural aptitude, but have thus far lacked commitment. You must not neglect your training. Putting aside such matters for the moment, I'm curious to hear about the disturbance you observed in South Shroud, Ronald. I assume from the reports that I have received that it was of a different magnitude to those which you previously encountered. Am I correct? This bodes ill. The creatures known as mud pies are not native to the 12 wood. I wonder what relation this may have to the seemingly ever-increasing frequency of these disturbances. Something beyond the damage wrought by the calamity afflicts the 12 wood. I shall commune with the elementals and seek to identify this threat. Ronald, I may have need of you both before long. Until then, give yourselves over to the study of our art. Ever shall the earth beat your footfall, and the wind guide your path. Nothing about water. Nothing about water. No, nothing about water. Whoa, what's that? Oh, Cure 2. So you get Cure 2 here. I thought it was unlocked with the crystal. Ah, Ronald, your presence here is most welcome. I have another task to which your maturing skills will be suited. Attend me closely. Expansive wounds that ooze corruption have formed throughout the forest. After examining the traces of the sizable disturbance you previously cleansed, I can only conclude that this phenomenon is the work of a Mulligan agent. A Mulligan agent? It must be found swiftly, lest the corruption spread, and I would have to assist. And I would have you assist in the investigate. You must let me help. Nothing. Since I got back from the South Shroud, I spent all my time studying the fortune and even sat through one of Harris Noel's lectures. The 12 wood is crying out in pain. My skills are still a bit lacking in some areas, but I want to do what I can for the forest. Lacking? You have yet to master a single offensive spell. The means to defend yourself. It would be far too dangerous to send you off into the forest alone. So I am to stay here now? Not necessarily. Don't you do it. Oh, with your consent, I would have Sophie accompany you once more. I do not propose this arrangement solely with her safety in mind. Given the nature of the investigation, it is like as Sophie's innate talent, the hearing will prove as useful to you as your conjuring will to her. There's much you might accomplish together. Okay. So I'm playing babysitter. Okay. Sophie. You are not to approach any source of corruption without Ronald at your side. Do I make myself clear? And should you chance to encounter the origin of these disturbances, do not initiate a confrontation. Too often you allow your curiosity to overwhelm your good sense. Now go and may the elementals watch over you. Yes, Gilda. Something tells me we should start at Quarry Mill and the South Shroud. Meet me there as soon as you can, Ronald, and hurry. The corruption is spreading. What corruption? Of the mind? Well, we know how corrupted this place can be. The Archer's Anthem? Oh! I know what the Archer's Anthem actually is. That was brilliant, Ronald. But it was only the start. The forest still groans in pain. I can hear it coming from the north. No, the northeast. Let's go and have a look. Ah! We're being attacked! Oh, it's making weird sounds. Bubbly sounds. You're doing really well, Ronald. But I think there's another one. And well, it's calls to me even more fervently than the last. It's to the east. Yes. Nice work. The earth feels healed, and yet there's another disturbance, and it's big, really big. It's hard to describe, but it feels sort of wronger. I think it might be what's causing all of this. I know Brother Isumi said we weren't to confront it, but we can't just let it corrupt the rest of the forest. And however powerful it is, it can't be any more powerful than you. You are well. You're amazing. What I mean to say is, I'm willing to risk a scolding if you are. It's not far from here, somewhere to the southeast, I think. Shall we at least have a take a closer look? Oh, there it is. The level 30. If you're 34, I'm not, sadly. But that's okay. I don't think you need to be able to hear the voices of the forest to notice that, do you, Ronald? The corruption is definitely coming from somewhere around here. As soon as we arrived, that sense of wrongness, I suddenly felt less. Well, it just felt less. It's hiding under your nose. It's almost as if it's holding its breath or hiding. Do you see that? Just in that one spot there. The air seems wrong. That's a void scent. Oh, that would really mess. And we just dealt with the void itself. Treater is a void scent. It's paralyzed if you meet its gaze. Please don't say that. It does. Oh, look at them. They're using the power of... They're using the dark arts. Power I used to use, but now I set aside to... Don't look like that. Isn't it amazing, Ronald? Uh, did the breeze always feel this good? Was the ground always this warm? I'm so glad I finally understand. I just wish I could tell my mother how incredible nature feels. Oh, you're injured here. Don't worry, healing doesn't drain me anymore. Not since I learned how to borrow from nature. And I have you to thank for that, Ronald. Let's return to the guild. We have to explain everything to Brother Isuni. Welcome back, Ronald. Our mission was a success, Guildmaster. Quite. I take it the two of you conspired to defy my orders? Well, the forest was suffering. We couldn't just walk away. It's not Ronald's fault. It's mine. It was all my idea. I take full responsibility. Calm yourself, child. You did nothing I did not foresee. I am of no mind to lecture you. Indeed, Gridania is indebted to you for your heroic deeds. The corruption born of Akaman had taken root and the calamity weakened sorrow. There was no telling how much further it might have spread if you had not defeated the creature. And if I'm not mistaken, Silver, you succeeded in drawing upon the energies of nature during the battle. How did you? Yes, I did. I'm not really sure how it happened. I remember thinking how badly I wanted to help Ronald, and then suddenly I felt the power surging through me. That is as it should be. One does not simply choose to borrow from nature's strength. The mind may command only that which the heart permits. In your desperation to help your friend, you opened your heart to nature, and nature responded to your need. But we must not forget your part in this, Ronald. It is clear to me that your journey with Sophie has brought you still closer to the pinnacle of our art. I believe you are ready for the last of my teachings. Thus, it is with great pleasure that I pass on another of our guild's magics. A more important form of the cure spell is now yours, Graham. I have no doubt that it will serve you well in your continuing endeavors. Wherever so you go, nature will go with you, my friend. Ever shall the earth meet your footfall, and the wind guide your path. You're too. Alright, that's that. Now let's go give our crystal, right? Soul of the White Mage and Presence of Mind. So that's the weird part about this. You got it, huh? Ronald, I'm glad to have you. I'm glad you have come. I have a task of the most urgent and confidential nature, and I can think of none other to whom I can entrust it. You are doubtless familiar with the Seers? Yes. Kanisana, Elder Seer, leader of the Order of the Twin Antler and guardian of our fair nature. Sure, clearly. Needs no introduction, but know you also of our siblings? The two Pajals, sister Rhea Osena and brother Arasena, make for Eversglade as we speak, where they will perform a ritual of great import. Verily, such import that it would be no overstatement to say that the very fate of Gridania hangs in the balance. As you well know, we dwell in this forest by the good graces of the elementals, eternal guardians of the 12th Wood, and most of all, the Great One who dwells within the guardian tree. Yet our ceaseless warring and ill treatment of the trees that shelter us have aroused the Great One's ire, and it is only by the quieting the ritual of which I spoke that he may be place it. Thus did the two seed seers set out for Eversglade, with nary a guard to accompany them. Therein lies the rub, and the nature of the favor I ask of you. By no means would I question the powers of the seed. With the Great One's anger mounting, the 12th Wood becomes a threatening domain for even the most persistent of conjurers. Pray hasten to Eversglade and see that no harm befalls the two. I'm sure they're fine. Uh-oh. I see the thing. We're getting so close. Curses! How can we hope to make it to the Guardian Tree with these ghastly creatures bursting forth like rampant weeds? If I had known what we were in for, I'd run along wood whaler or two, in fact. I dare say we should return and do exactly that. Oh, do not be such a coward, sister. We are seed seers. These overgrown vermin are no match for us. Bold words, brother, but were they true words? We would have dispatched our enemies and arrived safely at our destination bells ago. Huh. Conjurer, are you? Brother Izumi, ever the warrior. For once, however, his solicitude is most welcome. Might you help us dispose of these fell creatures? You know pride, sister? A series does not beg the aid of some common adventurer. Enough, brother. We have a duty to perform. A duty that takes precedence over your silly notations of pride. Now enough talk. Let us see to these pests. Oh, I forgot I have to. I gotta change it up. Oh, there goes the sound. Oh, never mind. Ow! Oh, I'm silenced. Okay, it's my favorite ability. Whoop-de-doo. That's kind of annoying. Alright, just focus on the enemy. Whatever comes next is like, yeah. What the? Ah! Oh! Well, thank you, tree. That crystal. Do my eyes deceive me, or does this adventure inherit the legacy of Altoa Khan? Oh. Who the what? It was none other than Altoa himself who last performed the quieting. No, I do not believe this adventurer's arrival is mere coincidence. Bearer of the soul crystal, inheritor of arcane knowledge long forbidden to those not of our kind. I know not why it is you he chose, but I believe our great forefather has led you to us today. Ancient tradition dictates that the choir be performed by 3 pajals. Ah, but I misspeak. The ritual is to be performed by 3 white mages. If Master Artois truly has chosen this adventurer as his successor. You speak madness, sister. Surely you've not forgotten that Pajal tradition strictly forbids sharing the teachings of those not of our kind. The power of white magic is far too great to risk it falling into the wrong hands. And yet, he holds the crystal. She. And so you would uphold tradition merely for tradition's sake, even at the risk of incurring the Great One's wrath and bringing disaster upon our forest home. Have you so little faith in our own ability, sister? We are seeders. Seed seers. More than capable of slaying any beast in our way and carrying out the ritual on our own. Oh, really? Then. This petty bickering is getting us nowhere. Adventurer, I am sorry to trouble you with our silly sibling squabbles. If you have the time, I would speak with you further, but not here. Come to Camp Tranquil and come quickly. Time is of the essence. Right. Jeez, we're really going out far. Look, at least we did it finally. We did it. We have our stone. Because once I do this. Thank you for coming, adventurer. Forgive my brother's rudeness. He cannot help that he was born with a head of solid stone. Anyways, believe we have been properly introduced. I am Raya Osena, a Pajal. As you can see, and a sister of the Elder Seed Seer. You are Ronald, yes? Brother Isumi has spoken of you, and most highly at that. As you no doubt have heard, my brother Aora and I were en route to the Guardian Tree, there the Great One, by whose grace we dwell here, resides. The gentlest of guardians when at peace, a destructive force that knows no bounds when angered. As the Great Ones go, so grows our fate. The creatures you helped us dispatch, doubtless, they too were roused to hostility by the Great One in his anger. You need only look around to see. The forest grows more and more threatening with each passing hour. So it is that we traveled here to quell the Great One's fury, to perform the quieting. In days of old, the ritual was without fail performed by 3 white mages. With our elder sister occupied with her many duties, my brother and I thought to attempt it on our own. Aura, quite confident, but I had my doubts. It was then that you arrived, and shortly therefore after you became one of the chosen few to be gifted with the White Mage's Soul Crystal. 'Tis no small honor. That gem marks you as an inheritor of the magic of our ancestors. My brother's pride may blind him, but the signs are clear as day to me. You are not a Pajai, but an Altoa camp, meant for you to be here today to perform the ritual with us. Altoa Kant is known to all as one of the greatest mages in our history, but even more so, he was known for being something of an eccentric. In defiance of tradition, he bid farewell to his forest home, wandering the realm and healing the wounds of the land and his people wheresoever he went. A most admirable cause, yes, but alas, Altoa was never to return. He perished in a far-off land, and having taken no apprentices, his legendary powers were lost to us for eternity. Or so I believed until I met you. And yet, for all his stubbornness, there is some truth to my brother's words. Ancient law forbids us from sharing the teachings of white magic outside own kind. There are reasons for this, which I would share with you when the time is right. There are many who would not approve of this arrangement. Still, I am convinced that it is Atoi's will that we bring you into the fold, and so I welcome you, Ronald of the White. I can feel the Great One's fury welling up even now. Time is short, and yet, while you may be chosen by Atoa, I fear your journey as a white mage has just begun. Return to me when you have further owned your skills. Shall proceed with your training. Alright, at last we have it. White mage unlocked. Questions of mine. The next White Mage quest is at 35. Finally have it. Wait, what? Oh, we have to change this. Yep. By changing your job to White Mage, you may carry over the hotbar and crossbar settings from Conjurer. As actions for Conjurer may also be used when playing White Mage. Transferring these settings will allow you to be play in a civil effect. For those who have little to no experience with White Mage, should you... Okay. That works. Alright, And there you have it. There it is. And there's all the skills in the universe. Oh, wow. So, 30. Presence of Mind. Reduces spellcast time and recast time and auto attack delay by 20%. That seems like a lot. Guess I'll just put that there for now. And then... Woo! Did it! Oh, finally, though. We have it. That means I can start... I can just casually grind it up. Like, level it up. Through leveling roulettes and stuff. It'll take a while, but... I want to try and get, like, at least 2 or 3 levels a day. Before I do anything else. Like early in the mornings or whatever. Yeah. Oh, that's done now. Got my cure 2. Ta-da! Don't know how that works exactly, but... Apparently free cast is... 45. I'm guessing Benediction is 50. It's the spell that we will... Oh, there is a going on here. It seals. Dia? Deals this unaspected damage opposed to 65. Wait. Arrow 2 becomes Dia. Dia is considered a spell of light. So wind becomes light. And stone stays the same, it seems. Glare? Don't tell me Glare becomes... Upgrades Glare to Glare 3? What? Stone... Oh my god, Stone becomes Glare and air... When Arrow becomes light. Wing becomes light. What is Glare? Why does it say to 3? What about 2? Holy to Holy 3. Increase the hero potency of the cure. No. Yeah, this looks like a straight up just heal fest. Like, it's like easy mode healing. It's like easy mode healing job. It is true. Just from reading the things. You're not worrying about having to throw cards out as Astro or Sage doing weird, like, oh yeah, damage to heal. Damage the enemy to heal everybody around you and such. But yeah, that's it for now. We got what I wanted. We got it, finally. This has been a long time in the making. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Alright. I gotta take a quick break. I'm gonna see what's going on, and then maybe just casually just run a few dungeons so I can get a few levels under my belt with this. Yeah. Finally have our drop stone. Yeah.